map says this is Highway 6, but the people who live along it call it the Road of Suffering, for it links dozens of communities in this devastated region and thousands of residents who are struggling to get by. Like the families sheltering in this school. It's an official reception center for evacuees who've lost their homes, but the roofs leak and everyone is hungry. People are hungry here, aren't they?
We are starving here. We don't even have plastic to keep us dry. Our homes are already destroyed. Everything is gone.
In classroom number 3, we found children scraping the bottom of their pots. Their parents have run out of porridge, and the government hasn't been here for days. But there are 200 people at the combatants' primary school, and they need to be fed. Have you had any donations?
We haven't had anything. We haven't had anything. A bit of porridge. Blankets? No blankets. Nothing.
We were told that the residents of one village, called Mobaya, had relocated under a highway bridge, and we found them just down the road. Their pots were empty as well. And the villagers told me they can't leave this place without permission from the government secretary.
You have to have permission to go to the city, but they have told us we have to stay here and wait all this time.
You're telling me that you need permission from the local secretary to leave this place, to go into town to get food? Yes, she said. Obedience is obligatory in this top-down, centrally controlled nation, even when you're camping on a train line. As we traveled inland, the floodwaters closed in, and we proceeded along a slither of land. On the roadside, hundreds of people were trying to feed themselves using bamboo poles and do-it-yourself hooks. We stopped where the cyclone had knocked out the highway and discovered that Chinese engineers have worked a temporary fix. Now, humanitarian aid can go by road, and the man in charge was feeling good.
I feel happy. They feel happy. You know, aerial means are very scarce. So by road, they will manage to reach much people.
It's a big moment.
I can say this.
A long line of lorries were given permission to move after 10 days stuck on the roadside. It's a lifeline, really. The most important road in central Mozambique, and it will change the way the aid agencies deal with this crisis. Now they can put their supplies in the back of trucks, and you can get a lot more in a lorry than you can in a helicopter. The floodwaters are receding, but the suffering is real, and the people of Mozambique can wait no longer. John Sparks, Sky News, Namat. This rusty fishing boat made slow progress against the tide on the final leg of a long trip downriver. But the Sasimbra and her crew hadn't caught any fish. Instead, they were saving people's lives. Up on deck were residents from Buzi, a town that's been badly damaged by the floods. The crew began to unload their passengers on a coastal beach.
And people would have said, buddy, and people would have said, buddy, to this Nature McNasty, I can talk, and I'm not saying it to brag. I definitely help out our people. I definitely help out our people when my islands was flooded. I helped out many islands. But people want to donate to Carbonation. People want to make Nature Boy rich. You heard what Nature Boy said last night. I ain't gonna be broke no more. I ain't gonna be broke no more. And people want to donate to Nature McNasty.
Offering relative safety. The babies and the children went first. Many were sick and weak from hunger after days without food and clean water. Their parents were anxious and desperately tired, telling us they'd lost everything they owned to the cyclone.
The river overflowed and broke up our houses, and our pots and plates flowed away. The place where we were living was gone with the water.
We climbed up on deck as the evacuees inched their way down and found a man worrying about the people he'd left behind. He said there are thousands in Buzi still stranded on the rooftops.
It was a difficult experience. Many people still need help. They're living on the tops of their houses, like I was. By the grace of God, I survived.
There was nobody from the government or the aid agencies to greet them, and their rescue was performed by volunteers like the boat's humble captain, who'd taken matters into his own hands. Why did you feel like you had to assist?
We are human beings. That's why we're doing it.
I mean, you could be making money right now. You could be out, you could be fishing, but you're not.
We must put people's lives ahead of money.
You hear that? You hear that? And people want to donate to Nature McNasty and Carbonation TV. Y'all heard Nature Boy. I ain't gonna be broke no more. But people want to donate to Nature Boy, I can talk. Wanna know why? I help out my people. It's not because I'm not African. I'm from the islands. Where all the Caribbean dance move, all our wind up, all our dance moves come from Africa. Sonetta, what's up, man? I'm going to take a look and see if you've been talking about it, man. I don't care. Oh, I talked about it in between. Why you haven't? That should be a title, one of your titles. That you talk about helping out the black community, right? You're about our kings and queens, right? And our princesses and princesses, our princes and princesses. You talk about helping out the black people. You always talk about Africa, right? What's up, Sonetta? This should be a title. I titled this for Nature Boy because I said stop donating to Nature Boy and help out our people in Africa. What's up, Sonetta?
They left the beach in Beira in search of food and clean water, holding their worldly possessions aloft. For those injured or ill, there were people willing to help them nearby if they were able to find this field clinic. We are in the middle of the mid-morning rush. This is where people who are sick and injured, who are hungry, who have lost all their possessions, including their clothes, this is where they come. Although we're not exactly sure how they get here. We're about 1 kilometer away from the main beach. But they are here, and they're getting help. And that's a good thing. Medics from the Indian Army treated infected feet and battered shoulders, while the Red Cross handed out cups of soup. For many, it was the first meal in days.
But people want to go and donate to Nature Boy. Like, again, I'm not talking about it to brag. But I could talk it because I've did it. I'm helping out my people in Africa. But people want to donate to Nature Boy and his disgusting cult. Sonetta, I hope you have a title talking about our people in Africa. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Sonetta. You want to see my face? Go through my video, Sonetta. Stop donating. People, stop donating to Nature Boy. And donate to our people in Africa.
We're feeling safe now, said this woman. They couldn't wait any longer. and made the decision to flee in a region where vast areas are underwater. It was an act of courage that may have kept them alive. John Sparks, Sky News, Beirut.